Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chu Chronicles. I'm your host, Chu, and every episode I bring up guests from Fest onto the show. So without further ado, welcome James from 13 Plagues.
What's
What's up,
going on,
dude?
buddies? What's up, buddy? How are you?
Great, dude. Thanks for being my guest.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You're in band practice, I see. So how's that
Yeah,
going?
really, really well. I think we're ready to make our debut on Friday.
Dude, I'm so stoked. The world's going to be, like, excited just to
Yeah, I
see
think
you.
it's gonna be good, man. I think bunch of work went into this. A lot of friendship for the last 2 decades. All the dudes in this band, it's just coming together to be really good shit.
Hell yeah, dude. I was pretty stoked when you let me listen to a couple tracks in the hotel room in Atlanta when we met up.
Mm,
Good time. I can't wait to hear the vocals on top of that now, so it's gonna be pretty rad.
yeah, it's gonna be exciting stuff.
Oh yeah, dude. So we're gonna take a journey on your music journey, and you were in Three Cheers of Bloodshed, and how did y'all form, and what were those were those like?
That was uh that was actually a band that started in high school and ran just a little after high school. That was me, Jonathan Taylor on drums, Julian Mira on vocals, Miles Samuel on bass, and Jeff. The hell's Jeff's last name? I don't remember Jeff's last name right now. He was on bass first. Actually, going to set this here. Uh, but yeah, that ran for quite a few years. It was real fun. Just basic metal, hardcore kind of stuff. Uh, just kind of fighting music.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
dude.
that band ran for a handful of years, and we broke up. Me and my wife moved to Missouri. I was just chasing my tattoo career out there, and that was when I joined Mourn the Martyr.
Awesome. What was
And
life
that was
like in Missouri?
Missouri was fucking terrible.
Oh,
Yeah, the me and the Midwest don't get along. Midwest is not for me. Met a handful of really cool people. Uh, I don't regret the experience, but I wouldn't ever choose to move back there.
oh, for sure. Nothing like home for sure. That's for sure.
I miss like four people and the barbecue.
Ah, yep. St. Louis barbecue, not too
Yeah.
shabby. So, what was Mourn the Martyr like?
More than the Martyr was more deathcore kind of stuff. Our keyboard player also did, our singer also played keyboards, a lot of synth kind of stuff. Johnny McBee, now of the Browning fame, he was the main kind of writer in that band. Super good friend of mine, and he's fucking massive. Everybody, if you don't know who the Browning is, go check out the Browning.
For sure. I'll definitely check out the Browning for sure. And then you moved back to Colorado shortly after and joined Burn the Port. So, what was those
Yeah,
like?
Burn the Port was um, just straight kind of grind slam metal out of Denver. That was with a really good friend of mine, Kaika Ferrier. He was of Sickbox fame back in the day in Denver. My buddy Michael, Jim was on drums, Jasmine was on bass, and that was a really good time for. That was kind of a short run on that one. They were already a band when I joined. They were a handful of shows in, but yeah, we did some good stuff, and just kind of imploded after a little while, as bands do.
I know that's for sure. I used to manage one back in Pueblo, so it's like it was fun while it lasted. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, awesome. And now you're in 13 Plagues, and you have 20 years of friendship in there, and I get to see like some of my old band members that were on this
Yep.
old fest are now back on. So I'm pretty excited. So how'd you all form?
It actually started with me and Richard Valdez. He's been one of my best friends and favorite drummers for 25 years, and he hadn't played drums in a while, and he started kind of making some cover videos on Instagram. So I just took a shot in the dark, messaged him, "Hey man, you want to get together and record some stuff?" Definitely didn't think it was going to be a band of any sort. Me and him have always kind of had a musical connection in that sense where, we would just kind of jam and ad lib, and it would come out sounding like a song. So the original idea was, hey man, I'll buy us some studio time. Let's get together until a song falls out. And he had been, he lives in Denver. He had been coming up, every weekend, every other weekend, whatever, to see his folks, all that kind of stuff. So he just brought his kit with him so we could practice at my place. And it just kind of went how it goes. You start jamming a little bit. A part sounds really cool. So it's like, hey, do that again. And then, handful of those, you got a song. So next time you jam, you start with the song. You start jamming again. There's more parts. Hey, do that again. Before you know it, you got a set. So we went and recorded, me and him. And then, a handful of months later is when Matt and Josh joined up with us. And, they went back into the studio. Matt added his guitar stuff to what I had recorded. Josh laid down his stuff. And then, we had been playing just instrumental for a minute. And we decided, all right, let's try to find some vocalists, all that. David Green is Matt's cousin's boyfriend. He wanted to try out. We had a couple other people that wanted to try out, kept flaking for whatever reason. I can't make it. He showed up. And he had been listening to one of the songs. We sent him the demo tracks and stuff. And so I figured, all right, that's going to be the one he may hop in on. Instead, he came in, picked up the microphone, sound check, and ad-libbed the entire set. And everybody was like, oh, shit, I don't think we really need to try anybody else out. Like, this is the dude. So we had another practice the following weekend. Same thing. He came in, crushed it. We're like, yep, this is the guy. And it's kind of been going at it ever since.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's pretty awesome how the chemistry works. You're like, it's beautiful to see that happen. Yep. Awesome, dude. And so you have some people in the audience watching. So if you like interacting in the chat, just be nice to us. Just wanted to give you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything on my side of who's in the chat if they're saying anything. So you don't got to be nice to me.
Well,
I won't see it. I won't see it anyway.
Indeed, I'll keep you posted. Keep you in the loop. So we'll go over your rig rundown too. So you use a Mesa Boogie single rectifier head. So why'd you pick Mesa Boogie?
It's just kind of the sound I've always loved. A lot of the guitar players I listen to and I am influenced by, they all use Mesa, so I always wanted a Mesa. I didn't have Mesa money when I was younger, but I ended up stumbling upon one for a really good price because of Matt. Actually, he gave me a heads up. They had one. I sold my amp and took that money, put it on layaway, and just paid it off over time or whatever. But I will never play a different amp, I don't think.
Awesome. I love the name. It's a fun name to say. So.
Well, look, and they're pretty.
Oh, they are pretty.
Here we go. Yeah, it's just a good looking amp. It sounds amazing. It's the ballsiest tone that we can get.
Uh-huh. Pretty intense, my man. And so you also use a custom 4x12 cab loaded with Eminence BV77s and Eminence Swamp Things. So what is...
Yeah, so that was... so it's actually an old cab that I had. That was, they're built right. It was heavy duty. I played with that cab a lot, fucking tossed it down some stairs a handful of times, and it still was living. So I decided instead of buying a new cab, I dove into this whole, deep dive of tone woods and this and that and the other thing, and learned that it was speakers that make all of the difference, not necessarily the wood the cab's made out of, any of that kind of stuff. So I put a pair of DV77s. That's Mick Thompson's from Slipknot's signature line of speaker, and a pair of Eminence Swamp Things. Those are really low end speakers for bass response, everything like that. So you don't generally see mismatched pairs of speakers in cabs, but because we're tuned incredibly low, we tune drop G sharp. It really makes the sound legible instead of muddy.
For sure, gotta love Slipknot for sure. And I think I showed you like when we were in Atlanta. I showed you that Corey Taylor video of me and Wu Man Chu and Corey at a
Oh
weekend
yeah,
party. Yeah,
yeah.
crazy times, dude. Good folks. And so you also use a Schecter Scorpion baritone guitar as your main
Yeah.
guitar. And so, what does that look like? And why'd you pick the Schecter Scorpion?
So that is this guy here. I can't see my own phone. There we go. It's just a really cool looking guitar, and baritone have extended scale necks that make it easier to tune down. And because we're tuned pretty low, it really helps out. But I actually bought this guitar from Ikaika from Sickbox, who I was in Burn Apart with, way before. And it was just, I loved it. And then turned out they stopped making them in like 2004, and you never see them up for sale. I want another one as a backup, but they don't exist for sale. Nobody wants to get rid of them. So I get
Uh,
this one, and then I have to just use whatever else for a backup.
it's good that you have like a historic piece from Schecter. That's good. And so, you also use a seven-string Ibanez for a backup. So, do you, show me the Ibanez if you have it, and why do you pick
Oh, that
the?
one's actually at the tattoo shop. I took that to work with a little practice amp so I could run through the set, whenever I'm not tattooing and stuff. So I don't have that one on hand to show, but you'll see it on Friday.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Can't believe it's coming up so fast.
Yeah, that happened quick, man. We talked about this what seems like 2 weeks ago in Atlanta. Turns out that was in January. A lot of shit's happened since then, and it's just flying by.
Big time. It happens when we get older, that's for sure.
Yep, I'm old as shit.
Same here, same here. So you also use a minimal pedal board and a tuner pedal, a noise gate, and a boost pedal. Do you have it all on there for us?
Yeah, let me move this out the way. Again, sorry I can't see what my phone is seeing. I'll try to show. Yeah, so this is my whole pedal board.
Awesome.
Like super super minimal shit. This is a Fortin 33. That is the Frederick Thorndahl signature boost pedal, a TC Sentry noise gate, and a Strobo Stomp tuner pedal. And then this was too big, so I put my wireless down here also. But yeah, I don't use effects or any of that kind of stuff. Really, just straight kind of meta sound. Just distortion, and I need it to not hiss. I need it to stop when I stop. And then stay in tune.
Hell yeah,
So I
dude.
keep it real simple, real easy, and just go for like a really punchy kind of ballsy tone.
Most definitely. And that, like, what are you looking forward to the most at Fest this year?
I'm interested to see the kind of crowd that it draws. I know the venue got moved, all that kind of stuff. I'm interested to see all of the different acts that happen. I've never personally seen like a podcast recording, so I'm interested to kind of see that. I'm interested to laugh at some comics. I'm interested to see some good music. I'm interested to play some good music. I think it's gonna like Surreth Fest is always a good time. You've been doing it for how many years?
11. This is our 11th
Yeah,
year in
yeah.
Pueblo.
There's a reason it's still around. You know what I mean? So when you asked if we wanted a spot on it, I was pretty excited about that.
Oh yeah. That's what I do is just for you all, and like it's the cool thing is like it reminds me of like the Rainbow Barn Grill, like the bricks on there, like the names of the bands, and like my journalism was like the mortar, and then we just built it up together. It's pretty rad.
Right.
When I think of it. Yeah. Man, and shout out to Blowback for having us. The open mic is the 18th. The music and comedy is the 19th and 20th. It's free to get in, but donate if you can, whatever you can to keep the lights on. And shout out to Kwan's Kitchen and for the food they give me when I get home, and my K Nails and Spa for fixing up my nails because they get dirty. So, and we talked to Alfonso Romero too. He's helping out with some drinks too. So for you guys, so
Yeah, yeah. That's my dude right there.
Oh yeah, especially him. I remember talking to him when he was getting a tattoo. So
Hmm.
I'm glad you got to tattoo him, and hopefully we'll draw you some more business at the fest. That'd be pretty
Yeah,
rad.
if you haven't seen him in a minute, man, like I've tattooed the shit out of that dude.
Can't wait.
Yeah,
Like,
full leg sleeve. We're working on his second arm sleeve. Like we're all over his body.
wow. Can't wait to see him then. And so shout out to the new Star Bar and go get some drinks and some food there. And
Yes, sir.
awesome, my man. So any final words you'd like to give out to the audience at home?
No, just everybody come out if you can. Come support absolutely everybody. We go on at 5:50, I believe. The set times of everybody Sareth has posted, I will repost those as well. As he said, it's free to come. Bring everybody you've ever met. Come check out. Come support local. Donate if you can. Just come out, and have a good time.
Hell yeah, my man. Awesome. Good times, dude. And can't wait to see you. And I will see you on the 19th? 19th. Yep.
19th. Right
Yep.
on, bro. We'll see you then.
All right, bro. Take it easy, dude. And for everyone else,
Later.
get home safe. See you soon. Thanks for joining us.